Now, when you're running the hoses for the fire system, I've seen guys mount them on the cage, but they have it kind of mounted on the outside of the cage, the doors, sections, basically places to where it could get hit
Right.
or impacted or crunched or crushed by ingress into the car or even getting out of the car. Where do you guys recommend running all the hoses?
Usually, obviously, somewhere that it's not going to get damaged. From the bottle, the transmission tunnel is usually a nice area, very well protected. Sometimes you do have to run it towards the outside around the door. So what we would recommend would be running it like right beneath the sill plate on the inside, but still, inside the cage, so that if there is an impact, that isn't affected.
So maybe mounting it to the exhaust pipe as well. Would that be a good thing to do?
Not a good idea.
We've seen some pretty crazy stuff. Not exactly to the exhaust, but right above the exhaust.
Okay.
Where things start melting.
Yeah, in our line is it's a product called Synflex. It's actually a metal like spiral bound, so it has the flexibility, and it's got a nice like Teflon plastic coating. Certainly, that will melt if you place it in the wrong location, but it holds up the heat pretty well, so that when you need it, the suppressant will flow through.
Right. When they mount it to protect the driver, because you buy a fire system not to protect the car, really. It's just to protect the driver,
right,
to give him time to get out of the car. How many nozzles would you normally put towards a driver? Would you spray it at their face? Would you spray it at their important parts? We've seen guys that a lot of them will actually drive with their visors slightly up.
Right.
So, of course, when they pull everything's in a panic, so they pull the thing, they get a face full of extinguishant.
Right. Definitely not what you want in that moment.
Right. So, where do you recommend doing that?
So it'll depend on the system and how many nozzles it does come with. Each system is tested in a specific configuration. That's the way the FIA has given it the check of approval. So that's the way we recommend doing it. Takes all the guesswork out. We know it's going to function the way it's supposed to.
And that's in your instructions?
It is. Yep. So typically, most systems you're going to have between 2 to 4 in the cockpit. Really, what we want to see is nozzle, as far as nozzle placement goes, is from the knee to about the belly button area. So obviously you're sitting down, it's going to spray right here. You don't want to spray too high, because if your visor's up, you're getting sprayed in the face. That's just a distraction when you need to get out of the car. Spraying it straight down isn't really going to protect you. It'll fill up the floorboard, but then you don't have any protection for the upper half of your body.